Hello, everybody. I am Jen Hines. I am a physical therapist turned life coach after overcoming 20 plus years of burnout and overwhelm in the healthcare system. Those of you that have been in healthcare for any length of time understand where I'm coming from. But life coaching was pivotal for me in my own transformation when I hired a life coach about 4, 5 years ago now. So much so that I decided to become certified as a life coach. And as a life coach now, I have the tools and skills to help you overcome people pleasing and procrastination and overthinking, self doubt, all of those things that keep us playing small in our lives and keep us off of our own priority list. And my mission is to help as many women get back on their priority list. So um, I'm excited to be here today. This is such a big topic hey Annie, I'm so glad that you're on. This is such a big topic for so many different women, especially the women that I coach in my one-on-one coaching and in my mastermind, because it's an issue because we're trying to do so much stuff as women, right? We're trying to juggle all the things between work and personal life. So let's just get started. This topic comes up frequently, like I said, in my free community on Facebook and also on the discovery calls that I do, in addition to with my mastermind and my one-on-one coaches, right? Because we are just living in an anxious-filled world right now. We're feeling so stressed, we're feeling so overwhelmed, and we also are feeling isolated. We feel like our life is so crazy and so overwhelming that we have no time for ourselves, right? And we don't even know like where to start figuring out how to put ourselves on our priority list. So here's how I help my clients with this topic. For me, my anxiety used to, and sometimes it still does as I'm navigating perimenopause. Um, for me, my anxiety would not wake me up. Like I would wake up I still wake up at 4 a.m. to pee. Thank you, perimenopause. And then when I would try to go back to bed, my mind would start racing. My anxiety would spike. Now I know that part of that is like elevated cortisol related to lifestyle things that I'm really working on as well. And maybe for you, your anxiety is before you go to bed, or maybe your anxiety hits you throughout different parts of the day. But for me, I would go try to go back to sleep at around 4 a.m. and my anxiety was just bananas. I would feel tightness in my chest. My mind literally would not shut off with all of the things that I was worried about. Paying for college, what I had to get done at the house, like all of these things, like our bills, finances, all those things would just be spiraling in my head and I couldn't quiet it. I couldn't shut it down. So therefore I couldn't sleep. And then when you don't sleep, obviously the cycle gets worse, right? Because a tired mind is not a well-rested mind and it kind of goes crazy and has a mind of its own when it comes to anxiety. So, recognizing the signs for anxiety and seeking support and managing those symptoms is really important. But sometimes these symptoms of anxiety, we don't even really know that that's what it is. So, that's what I want to talk about today is like, how do you know that what you might be going through is anxiety? So, some common signs of anxiety, we're going to go through a few of these. Excessive worry, right? So, feeling overwhelmed by worry or fear that's difficult to control, even when there's no apparent threat or danger right in your world, right? Feeling restless or on edge. So you're experiencing restlessness, irritability, or a sense of being constantly on edge or keyed up. So I often call this tired but wired. That's how I'm feeling right now after this past weekend of volleyball and just not getting a lot of sleep. Like my body is still trying to adjust and my body feels tired and wired. Um, Difficulty concentrating, like you find it challenging to focus or concentrate on tasks due to racing thoughts of feelings of tension. So one of the questions that I ask my free group as they're entering my group is like, what sort of things do you want me to speak more about? Anxiety is coming up, and more ADHD is coming up. Women are feeling like they have the inability to focus, brain fog, and they're self-diagnosing themselves as ADHD. And I'm here to say it might be ADHD, but it also just might be anxiety, right? It might be anxiety and just feeling like you can't concentrate. Physical symptoms of anxiety may seem like muscle tension, it could be headaches, stomach aches, trembling, sweating, or rapid heartbeat. And if you have children, I would also like you to start paying attention to some of these symptoms as well in our kids, because our kids are growing up in an anxious filled world as well, especially with all of the social media that they are connected to and how quickly like things are like just speeding up in their world. Fatigue, right? Feeling constantly tired or fatigued even after getting adequate rest. And this is due to the mental and physical strain of anxiety. avoidance behavior, right? Avoiding situations or activities that trigger your anxiety, such as social gatherings, public speaking, or situations where you feel out of control. Panic attacks. Experiencing sudden, intense episodes of fear or panic accompanied by symptoms such as shortness of breath, chest pain, dizziness, sweating, or feelings of impending doom. Changes in appetite can also be a sign of anxiety, experiencing changes such as overeating or undereating due to stress or emotional distress. Difficulty relaxing, finding it challenging to relax or unwind even during leisure time due to persistent feelings of tension or anxiety. Heightened sensitivity. This was a big one for me too, like feeling overly sensitive to sensory stimulus such as noise, lights, crowds, which can exacerbate your feelings of anxiety. Okay, so going into a volleyball like a tournament where there's all these whistles and kids and parents yelling, like hundreds of kids and parents yelling, is definitely sensory overload. So I know that to go into those situations almost every weekend right now, since both of my kids play, like I really have to be rested, hydrated, make sure that I'm mentally taking care of myself. So, if you recognize any of these signs in yourself or somebody else, it's important to reach out for support from a mental health professional. There are wonderful therapists out there, psychologists, psychiatrists. Also, life coaching can help with anxiety. That's initially why I went to my life coach, was because of the anxiety was kind of out of control. It's definitely common right now, and it's definitely a treatable condition. And there are so many different effective strategies for managing symptoms and improving all overall well-being. But if your anxiety is so bad where you're leading into panic attacks and feelings of doom and feeling like unsafe in your body, definitely reach out to a professional therapist or counselor or psychologist to get psychiatrist, psychologist to get some help. But what I wanted to share with you is a special offer that I've come up with for you and my wellness and well-being community. So if you are battling anxiety and ready to make some changes, I am hosting a completely free 10-day anxiety challenge starting May 6th. It's going to run through the 17th. We're just going to do it Monday through Friday to give you times on the weekends to really dive into some of the tools. And I'm going to be sharing my top 10 tools for anxiety relief that helped me overcome my anxiety, that helped my life coach taught me, and I'm teaching my clients, and I want to bring those top 10 tools to you to help you with your anxiety as well. They're going to be short and sweet little videos under 10 minutes. There's going to be a little bit of teaching at the beginning, and then we're going to dive right into the tool to help you with your anxiety. It's going to be self-paced. There are replays available for anybody that is registered. Okay, I'm going to be hosting it on my Facebook group, my free wellness and well-being Facebook group, and also in email. So if you're not on Facebook and you still want to participate, I'll be sending those out via email, but only to people that register. So if you're interested in getting more information about this challenge, wherever you're watching this from, comment challenge below, CHALLENGE challenge, and then check your messages on Facebook and Instagram for the information for the group. Okay, if we are not following each other on Instagram or friends on Facebook, typically Meta is going to send those to your request folder. So go to your messages in Facebook and look for message request. Same thing on Instagram. Go to your messages up at the top, scroll over and look for requests, so that you can see that information if we're not already connected on those social platforms. So again, it's going to start May 6th. We're going to run it for 10 days, Monday through Friday, self-paced. Replays are available for people that register. So only those of you that register are going to get the information and get the content. Because I know a lot of you watching are also on my newsletter list, so you might be thinking you're going to get the replays anyway, but only to those that are registered. I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me know, but I'm really excited about this challenge because I know so many people are battling silently with anxiety, and I know that these tools can help. So any questions, reach out. And again, if you are interested in participating in this challenge, just comment challenge wherever you are watching this. If you're getting the replay in my newsletter and you're interested, there'll be a submission, a registration button. Also, same thing on YouTube. If you're watching the replay there, just comment, register, or use the link in the post, and we will get you registered so you will be able to participate in this challenge. Have a great day.